Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. Today we'll be looking at the markets, overall markets, and we'll be looking at a couple of news items as well. And I want to give you kind of 5 hidden gems that I've looked at over the past few months, and I think these could be really good. There's a few more actually. I didn't include the likes of BTC and kind of projects like that, just purely because the market cap is a bit higher than the ones I'm going to be looking at. So we'll be going over that as well, just very briefly. It's just to make you aware of them so you can do your own research on them, but I think these could be really good. One I shared with you yesterday, which is Digitex Futures. I've done a video on that specifically. I think that could do really well as well, so we'll be looking at that as well. But first I'm just going to see if we have anybody in. Just now we've got a few people in, excellent, and we've got people in the chat, so we'll just jump right over to the chat. Antonio Medusa is in, welcome to you. Art Verhagen is in, good to see you. Relt is in, Mike D is in, good to see you buddy, one of our brown admins. George Charles is in the house as well. Christopher Dalson, RC, Tim Gash is in the house as well. Debasish Mitra is in, good to see you here, don't think I've seen you here before. GC Stander, Chris Noble is in, good to see you. Rob Taylor, need some more fire emojis to get this day rolling. Yes, you do. Ty Donnelly is in, going to watch them later. Babb Baby and Pundy just got in with big Dubai credit system. Later you'll crush the likes. Good to see you, Ty. Yeah, I just noticed that on Pundy X that they've got a big kind of big news item from today that Dubai are going to be using their kind of point of sale machines, which is cool. Martin Sonia's in, Marcus Jafari, Mark Scott, good to see you. Still waiting for a flight. Safe trips, buddy. I know you said you couldn't make this one, you might catch it later, but hopefully it's not delayed too much. Or hopefully it is, so you can see the rest of this video. Honest Crypto Journey, how many days is it to go till your wedding, mate? How many days? Davey Stewie, thank you very much. One of our brilliant admins. Good to see you back, mate. Good to see you in the admin group. I know you've been kind of busy of late, but good to see you back, mate. And thank you very much for the donation, $2.99. That's fantastic. Yeah, crush the likes, everybody. If you like these videos, go down to the like button just now and hit the likes. And crush the likes. Mike Cryptical is in. Stephen King, Bruce Rudling, Vikramjeet Singh is in. And Vin is in the house. Mac Paulin and Gino Dow. It's been a long time, mate. Hi Steve, long time not here back in the house. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been in. Okay, so look at the markets overall. What's been happening? Look at Coin Paprika. And we can see the overall market capitalization is 220 billion, up 0.5%, not that much. Bitcoin dominance has gone up slightly to 52.21%. We'll just have a look at the alts market and see where that is at the moment. We'll go to 7 days. Alts market is round about market capitalization of 105 billion. So Bitcoin dominance has gone up slightly for that as well. We'll just look at the last 24 hours for the next for the 200 coins, top 200. Over the 24 hours, 0x has gone up 16%, Cybermiles, Clubcoin, Tron, Maker, Noahcoin, Status, Electronium is up as well. So we're about probably 50-50, 50% in the green, 50% in the red. Who's the top loser? Digix Dale, 6.4%, not that much. Mixin, Steam, Redcoin, Moac, Aeon, Dentcoin, NXT, Komodo, Elastos, kind of all down in the red, but not by that much. We'll just go to the next 100. And Digitex Futures is down 11%. That's because it had a big kind of, it went sky high. So it went up over 7 days, 115%. So it's no surprise it's come down a wee bit. But I did suggest it yesterday to get in. I still think it's going to go up way big time from here, possibly another 10x. From here once they bring out their exchange. A lot of people are getting excited about that. Wakey Chain, Digital Note, Peercoin, Substratum, Matrix, AI Network, Data, Neblio all down. Top winner from 100 to 200 is Mobile Go, up 10%. ODEM, Singularity Net, Wager is up again, 9.68%. Tomo Chain, Tokenomics and Global Currency all up as well. So that's the overall markets. Just now, we'll just take a look at the Bitcoin price. Just now, 6595. At the moment, it's just trading sideways just now. This is on the daily chart. We'll just look on the 4 hourly. So it's still within that wedge at the moment we spoke about the other day, and it needs to break out from the 6,700 to 6,800 mark if we're going to see an upwards momentum for that. I still think it's going to do it. I still think we're going to break that 6,800 and go up, but I've been saying that for a couple of weeks, to be honest. But we did hit 6,840, and that was back on the 22nd of September. I thought by the end of September we'd have been up to about 7,000, 7,400 or so, but it's taken longer than I expected. But we're still in that range. We're not kind of going anywhere just now. We're just kind of going sideways at the moment, within a trading range. So trading range is very small trading range just now, so probably in a trading range between, I'll just have a wee look, between 6,550 up to 6,630, so it's only $100 trading range at the minute. That's since kind of beginning of October. I'll just take these out. Where can I go from here? I still think it's going to jump up from here, but at the moment it is coming back down a wee bit. It was at 6,641 yesterday at 9 o'clock, and it's 6,593. So it's, as I said, it's just trading sideways at the minute. But we'll see what happens. See if we can break out of this wedge, and that's not going to, could happen towards the middle, end of October, and we'll see if it's going to break down lower or move higher. I think there's a lot of positive sentiment in the markets just now, with regards to Bitcoin. So I think we're going higher, but we need to wait and see kind of what happens here. Okay, we'll just have a look at some movers. This is on Binance. MDA shot up as well. Look at that kind of shooting up price of MDA. So it's kind of jumped 70–80% almost, come back down and gone back up again. So it's swinging up and down at the minute. We'll just go $25. Yeah. So crossed over round about here at 6,657 Satoshi, went up almost double to 11,500 Satoshi. So that's MDA. CMT Cyber Miles, that's kind of crossed over a while ago. Cyber Miles on the 4-hour chart at 1,386 Satoshi. It's kind of nearly doubled up as well when as it's crossed over. So that's gone up by, it says 10% here, but it's more than that. Trig's starting to go back up again. That's actually been quite a good one. It's kind of shot up, came back down, went up again, and now it's going back up again. So that's been a good one to trade. AGI, Singularity, Net as well, it's just shooting up just now as well. Crossed over to 671, and it's now at 738 at the moment. So a lot of these ones that shot up, came back down, and then they're starting to bounce back up again. PIVX has gone up as well, just starting to shoot up just now. It's on the 4-hour, just look at the 1-hour chart. Looks a lot more dramatic on the 1-hour chart, that's why I like to look on the 4-hour chart. Let's look at the Renko as well. So on the Renko, it's coming back down. I don't know if a lot of you have seen, we were talking about the Renko charts this morning. Tim Gash and Mark and I were talking about the Renko charts. And I still like looking at the Renko charts. I don't really do it on, I was going to say on TV there, but on YouTube I don't really kind of show it as much. But I did show a trading strategy for using the Renko. And I still like looking at the Renko charts as well. It cuts out a lot of the kind of noise. And we can see here. So what we do with the Renko charts, if you've never seen the Renko charts before, what we do is we get on the first green brick or the second green brick, get in on it, and get out on the first red brick here. And this is not time based. Each brick is not time based. It's actually price based. So it's not time based. One of these bricks could last days or they could last minutes. So this is why I like the Renko charts. It just cuts out a lot of the noise. So you'd go on the second brick here at 7,147, that's MDA, and you'd have got out here on the Renko with a 36% profit. You'd have got back in again here and out here for a 4% profit. So a lot of people say you should get on the second brick, the second green brick on the Renko charts. I like to look at the first green brick on the Renko charts and just get in then. And you can obviously use the crossovers as well. So if this doesn't cross down over, you could use that strategy whereby you just keep in using the Renko charts as well and wait till this kind of 70 EMA crosses down over the 25 EMA. That's on the hourly chart. We'll just take a look on the 4 hourly chart. It looks much better on the 4 hourly chart. You can see there, but bricks are obviously, the pricing is totally different. So if you're using the 4 hour chart, you just probably go in the first brick, get out in the second brick. So it would have been a 45% jump, and it would have been 14% up just now. So I still like using the Renko, but I don't really show it as much here as well. Cyber miles, you would have got in here. You'd have still been in for a 27% profit or jump. So we'll go back. Okay, we'll just go back to the chat just now. Good morning. Does TRX a coin in the front in the market? When really down, big correction, still very strong at this level on the way up. Yeah, TRX is doing well. Just have a wee look at that. 13 days now till Honest Crypto Journey gets married. 13 days. It's going to be a brilliant day, mate. I hope you get the weather for it as well. It's shitty just now. Gino Dow, Throne having a run up as well. I've not looked at Throne. Tron. Andreas, morning, Steve. Gino Dow, there's a rumour that Tron and Alibaba partnering to open a crypto exchange. Ah, wow. So just have a look at Tron just now. I was going to say I've never heard of Throne, TRX, and BTC. That's on a 4 hour chart. So TRX is up 416 Satoshi. Crossed over in the 4 hour chart 334 for a 28% jump so far, and it looks as if it's still going to continue. But if we look at the overall picture, we look at the daily chart, look at the macro view, you can see from its top at 1000 Satoshi or 1100 Satoshi. Still got a way to go, but it's getting there. It's looking good. Andreas, good morning to you. Honest Crypto Journey, we've got an educated community, but good to remind maybe about the importance of asset security. I do have a trading portfolio, but hodling my backs can Digitex, XRP, ETH and BTC on a Nano Ledger S. Yes, I should have a link to Nano Ledger S as well. I should really put that underneath, a link to Nano Ledger S. Yeah, if you're holding for the long term, if you're trading day to day, then you can keep your tokens on the exchange. But if you're holding or hodling for the long term, then obviously get it off the exchange and put it onto your Nano Ledger S or your Trezor if you're using Trezor as well. I like the Nano Ledger S. A wee bit more complicated, but I still like it using that. So definitely do that. So that was a good reminder there. Stuart, thanks very much. Mark Innes, yes, I got you live. Hello, Stephen team. Got some great buys from your members. Excellent. Excellent. Good to see that, Mark. Taz a Booth, morning, Steve. Have you heard of Logos coin? Logos. I haven't heard of that. MacPaulin, BTC, 3 time around 5,800, 6,000. It will not go under. Too late now. Can only go up slowly. We're talking about the new economy future. It's very, very cheap. I'm thinking the longer this goes on, with the Bitcoin price, the longer it goes on, with this kind of stable price-ish, around about 6,500, from 6,000 to 6,500, I think we are going to go up as well. A lot of people were talking about this big drop that was coming, one last drop, and then it was going to shoot back up. But I think we may have bottomed out around about the $6,000 level. So I'm thinking it could go up as well from here. I'm thinking as the days go on, that we could actually go up from here as well. Jasmine K is in the house. Good morning to you. Cody Truong is in. Can you do a TA on DGTX? Can't really do TA on DGTX because we've not got it in TradingView, unfortunately. We can look at the price on Mercatox, but we can't really do it. It's not got good charts for it, to be honest. So was it down just now? I'll just look at DGTX. It's down about 6.5% just now. So we can see the rise up from about 15,000 GUI. That's kind of going back to October. It was even lower than that. Probably better looking at the Bitcoin price. And just even a couple of weeks ago, it was only 515 Satoshi. It's now up to 1100 Satoshi at the moment. It's a 100% increase, but it has had a bigger increase than that. But we'll be looking at that as well. So the 5 coins, we're just going to the 5 hidden gems, I think, and Digitex is one of them. So we'll just look at that just now. So Digitex is here. You can see we'll just refresh that just now. So it's up to 7.5 cents at the minute. It came out at ICO around about 1 cent. It wasn't roundabout, it was 1 cent. So it's up 650% from its ICO, but it has been higher than that as well. So it's done extremely well since its ICO. But here's the thing, when I'm looking for hidden gems, I'm looking for a low market capitalization. And this has still got a relatively low market capitalization at 52 million. And this is why I like Digitex futures as well, because it could 10x from here and still only be 500,000. Sorry, 500 million for the market capitalization. So this is why I like it as well. So when I'm looking at a project as well, and I'm thinking about from a trading point of view and from an investing point of view, I'm asking a question, okay, could it 10x from here? Or what is more likely to 10x? If I was in NEO, for example, and I'm looking at Digitex futures, I know they're totally different. But I'll just say, okay, is NEO more likely to 10x, or is Digitex futures more likely to 10x? Well, NEO probably in the long term is brilliant project, love it, definitely going to 10x. But what's going to do it quicker? Probably Digitex futures. I think it's going to go up to 520 million for that. And what do they do? Obviously, it's a commission-free futures exchange. And we spoke about that kind of yesterday in the video. If you've not seen the video, go back to yesterday's video. I've done that. I should have done a better one, to be honest. I should have put the videos in of Adam from Digitex Futures talking about it. He's extremely bullish on it. Obviously he would be, it's his own project. But it's going to be a commissions-free exchange, but it's using the Digitex tokens as well. So you have to buy Digitex tokens to actually trade on the exchange. This is where the tokenomics are actually good for this project as well, because you actually have to buy the tokens. So demand is going to be high for the tokens as well. And the actual project is going to be released, or the futures exchange is going to be released at the end of this year. So they've had the roadmap to kind of get it out there for the end of this year, and they're still on target for the roadmap. They're still doing that just now. They're going to be in Malta, and they're going to be doing a live demo. I think it's on the 1st and 2nd of November. They're actually going to be coming to another exchange as well. It's on Mercatox and X-Rates at the moment. So they're going to be coming to another exchange as well, a bigger exchange. And after they get onto the bigger exchange in a couple of weeks' time, they're going to be bringing out another piece of big news for them. I don't know what it is yet. It's only speculation just now, but it's going to be big news for them as well. So that's going to drive the price even higher as well. We've got 170,000 people waiting just now. 180, I think the last time I looked, it was 185 people have signed up to be the first to look at the Digitex Futures Exchange. And I think they're going to do a beta test for the first 5,000 as well. So they'll be doing that very shortly as well. So only good news for Digitex Futures just now. That's why I like it. And a big shout out to Crypto Don Juan as well. He alerted me to it when it was about 150 Satoshi or something. Then it kind of shot up 10x from there. And I wished I'd kind of looked at it before. I just didn't have the spare capital at the time. So I'm in on this as well, just to kind of be completely honest. I am in on it as well. Okay, next one we're going to look at is Blockport. I like Blockport as well. I have from the very beginning. I've held it for a long time again. I'm going to be honest. I hold it as well. So they're building a user-friendly crypto exchange that combines social trading with a hybrid decentralized architecture to help people safely trade crypto assets. We bridge the gap between the crypto economy and the traditional world of finance to shift towards a digital and decentralized society. So their market capitalization just now is only 5.5 million. Again, this is another reason I like it. The all-time high price has been 85 cents. It's now 10.5 cents. So 711% off from where it is at its all-time high. So still got a lot of room to grow. Obviously they've moved on from when they first came out as well. So I like Blockport as well for a long term. These are long term investments, longer term investment. We're talking 6 months to a year for these investments, and I'm talking including Digitex futures as well. So that's Blockport. I still really like Blockport, and I've held them for a while now, and it's been good to watch them grow a little bit over the last few months as well. Over the last month, up 23%, last week 20%, last hour 2.58%. So I like Blockport. I think that's going to move up fairly rapidly as well. Possible 10x without a doubt. There's no doubt this is going to be a 10xer. It's just a case of when, it's not going to be a case of if. XTRD, I've spoke about XTRD as well. I actually write for them, so full disclosure, I write articles for them every 2 weeks and help them with the, not help them with the marketing, but I just write the articles for them as well. Big kind of advocate of XTRD and what they're doing. So XTRD is bringing proven financial technologies to the cryptocurrency market. This means high liquidity, lower fees, and combined platforms. So they've got something called the Fix API, which is going to combine all the platforms together so you can get the best price for trading as well. But it's usually for the institutional kind of investor, but there's going to be other projects coming out as well. They've got 4 main products coming out. This is extremely low just now. Now, it's not got market capitalization here, but we know what the kind of circulating supply is, around about 400 million. So this price is probably about 3.7 million or something like that is the market capitalization with the circulating supply. But it's not got it on CoinPaprika or CoinMarketCap.com as well. So it has had a high round about 102 Satoshi, so we're at 41 Satoshi, so 3 times price, 239% rise from here would see it as all-time high price again. So XTRD is one. I've done an interview a couple of weeks ago as well with the CEO. Really good interview, very candid as well. So go back and watch that interview on the channel if you haven't seen that already. Babb, my baby. Babb is, still love Babb, still a big ambassador for Babb as well, and it's only got a market capitalization of 17 million. It has been as high as 0.3 of a cent, and it's kind of way lower than that at the moment. So we're talking, it's just trying to reach up to 1/10 of a cent. So to get to its all-time high, we just need to jump 305%, which is not much at all when you think about what they're kind of going to be bringing out. They want to bank the unbanked, and they've got 2 billion people that are unbanked in the world. Obviously, they're not going to onboard 2 billion people. It'd be fantastic if they did, but even if they get a fraction of that and using the kind of token as well, the BAX token, to get people using that as well. They've obviously got stuff for the banks as well. They can onboard banks, so the banks can have their own digital currency as well. A lot of people don't talk about it. They've got the kind of license hopefully going to be coming out before the end of the year from Lithuania, the banking license. So they will be the first bank, official bank on the blockchain. If they get the Lithuanian license and the Bank of England license, I think they'll get the Lithuanian license first. They're also going to be bringing out an app very soon as well, and there's going to be beta testers for that. That's coming out soon. So lots of good news. It's jumped up 64% over the last month, which is fantastic for Babb. I've been a long-term investor of Babb and big advocate for what they're doing. I like the ethos bit of what they're doing as well. Like the team, they're growing the teams slowly and surely. Just love everything that they're doing just now. Hopefully this is going to be a good one. AdBank is the next one. Really love AdBank as well. Have since the ICO. I bought it at the ICO price. Can't remember what the price was at ICO. AdBank ICO price. Let's have a look. So it's down from its ICO price. 0.4 of a cent. It was. So it's not that far off. So it's around about the same. So it's not that far off its kind of ICO price. So market capitalization of 2.8 million. It has been much higher than that as well. It was up to about 88 cents. Not 88 cents. 8 cents or something. So its all-time high is 790% of its all-time high. So AdBank is a revolutionary ad platform with total transparency of payments between advertisers and publishers, powered by blockchain technology. So since the ICO, since it came out from its ICO, it has done, there's a lot of fundamental shifts from there as well, and over the last month it's jumped up 78%. They've got a lot of kind of deals and partnerships as well. So they've came a long way since its ICO, and they're slowly, steadily working in the background and really driving the kind of platform up as well. So it's ICO, yeah, it's coming up, it's up 78% over the last month. So it's good to see that coming back up as well. So its all-time high was 4 cents. That's what it was, and it's now 0.4 of a cent. So 790% it's saying there, but that's about 1,000% if we're looking at it. So I think that's the 5 hidden gems. There's other ones as well. I was going to talk about Howdo as well, but that's not on Coin Paprika. We can't look at the kind of price and circulating supply. It's not on Coin Market Cap yet. So Howdo is coming out as well. Really like Howdo, been in it since the ICO as well. Really like what they're doing. And they're not looking to overtake Facebook as a social media platform. They're not looking to overtake Facebook or anything. They just want to do it totally different. So it's going to be totally transparent. I've spoken to David and Chris from the team as well. Really like they guys. I love what they're doing and think it could be really big as well. That's Howdo. We'll just go to howdo.io. If you want to have a look at that, they're on X rates just now, but they're going to be coming soon to Coinbean in next week or the week after. So this is Howdo. So it's another social media platform. I think it could be really, really big. I think this could be a big one. I think the ICO price was about 8 cents or something. So it's only got market capitalization just now of something like 4 million, something like that. So Howdo is another one. Obviously Pundix as well, really like that, but that's the market capitalization is higher on Pundix. That's why I wasn't looking at it here. We'll just have a wee look at what the market capitalization is. Yeah, 190 million. So it's not really a kind of small cap. I like looking at small caps for the hidden gems. So Pundix I still think is going to go up big time as well. They've got news came out today as well, so I think that could do really well. So the news was Dubai. They've got information coming out about Dubai, and they're going to be using the point of sale machines in Dubai. So that's really good news for them. But it's just, Pundix is just kind of slowly, it's just been trading sideways for ages now, for a while, between 22 and 23 Satoshi. But I think it's going to jump up fairly soon. And I think it's going to, when it goes, it's going to blow, basically. Okay, we'll just look at some of the comments. Mervyn Skidmore, morning all. Had to go to Tesco to get coffee. Oh, I don't know if I trust Tesco. Not trust Tesco, but I don't know if I'd like the coffee from Tesco. I don't know if it's any good. Mark Innes, Mervyn Skidmore, haha. Chardan is in the house. Good to see you, Chardan. Gino Dow, there's news on Tron about the new exchange with Alibaba. Steve, can you have a look? I think it's just a rumour, the Mervyn Skidmore is saying. Must be true. Gino Dow, Tron, sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Okay, we'll just very quickly look at the news as well. And what's the news? Where are we for the news? Seoul Mayor plans 100 million fund to boost blockchain adoption. So Mark Won-soon, the mayor of Seoul, has revealed a 5-year plan that will invest 108 million to make the South Korean capital a smart city powered by blockchain. I'll link to the articles for you. I'll just go through them very quickly because I'm aware of the time. So this was a speech during a speech in Zurich that he gave as well. So I think, again, good news for the cryptosphere as a whole. This was Altcoin Buzz saying BTC is ready to make a big move. Is saying Bitcoin is poised for a big move. Will Bitcoin break out of the 200 trading range that it's been sitting in? And if it does, where's the new price targets that need to be hit? And when can we call this a bull run? So this is from Mark from Altcoin Buzz. So I'll post to that video as well for you. Bitcoin opinion, mixed signals arising when moon. Bitcoin price continues to move sideways, and there isn't much volume coming into cryptocurrency. There are some catalysts that could potentially kickstart another bull run. However, uncertainty is an important characteristic of any market, it becomes quite hard to predict the best time frame to put some fresh cash into cryptocurrency. My non-professional advice, don't try to time the market perfectly. Sure, there's an underlying risk, which is Bitcoin's price dropping even lower to around 4,500 levels. Nonetheless, history also shows us what usually happens during the last quarter of the year. So talking about over the last 5 years, I think over the last quarter of the year, Bitcoin price has shot up. So that's what it's talking about there. I'll link to this article as well for you. And use BTC, prominent investor, institutional investments in crypto funds is a big deal. Again, I'll link to all this. I'm not going to go through all of it just now. It's just a quick one. Crypto industry has received an unusual amount of funding this year from investors, and a prominent venture capitalist investor thinks it's a big deal. So Gary Tan, an early stage investor with companies like Coinbase and Instacart in his portfolio, commented on the growing amount of institutional money that is flowing into crypto funds. And he stated that he's super confused at all the FUD this old school, new school combination is receiving from the core crypto believers. So he's talking about the institutional investors coming in, the bigger investors as well. Crypto news, that was for me. I was just going to have a look at that. And Digitex futures. What was the other news? Yeah, a new battle between banks and crypto exchanges happens in Brazil. A real war has been established between the cryptocurrency brokers and the Brazilian banks. Several crypto exchanges claim that since the year 2015 their bank accounts have been cancelled without a specific reason. The banks claim that the closing of the accounts of the crypto exchanges has been due to the absence of a specific classification of their activity in the business registers. In Brazil, it is necessary to point out the main activity of a company when opening a bank account. So there's a new battle between the banks and crypto exchanges in Brazil as well. Just another way that's the kind of old world is trying to control the new world. Ain't happening. And I think that's all the news just now. I just wanted to quickly go over that. I think that's it. We'll just have a look at some of the kind of prices. Tron is still going up. It's up at 420 just now, 420 Satoshi. We'll have a quick look over it as well. So the calls I make in the premium group, I've managed to go back and kind of backtrack them and look at all the kind of ones I've made from the 1st of September, from the beginning of September, and I've got a new sheet for October as well. So this is September. So in September, I made 61 calls in total, and 100% of them hit. 100%. However, having said that, 100% of them did hit, but it's when to get out of the market when the calls are made. So you can see some of the calls here on the 1st of September. Loopring, for example, was a 3.7% gain before it started going down. So it would be to try and time it to when to get out. So obviously we're working on a good strategy for that. We're working on a good strategy. Normally we say if it goes down below 5% of your stop, set a stop loss for 5% below, but it might set a tighter stop loss because these are hitting. Every single one of the calls are hitting, so it might be a good idea to hit a 3% stop loss instead. So essentially, if you hit a 3% stop loss, you could make 33 kind of trades without getting stopped and lose all your money on 33 trades, but that's not going to happen looking at this. So going down, the calls, and when I make a call, it's good for 7 days. So when I'm making the call, so I'll look at the price within 7-day period, and after, if it doesn't hit stop loss as well. So none of these hit their stop loss when I made the calls. So what's the biggest one? I think the biggest one within 7 days was GXS. That was on the 20th of September, went up 62%. 50% for CDT was called within 7 days. It went up 33% recently for Nebulous. Kind of that went up. So the average gain for all the calls was about 15.69% for the average gain. But I still need to work out a system whereby to get out. So if we look at LRC from the 1st of September, for example, I'm going to show you. So this is just to be honest and kind of open about how this is working. So it makes me look brilliant if I've got 100% calls, but if we just look at it, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we'll go back to the 1st of September. We'll go on the 4-hourly chart. So the 1st of September, and we'll just go back and see when I made it. 17:55 on the 1st of September. I think I made it in the morning. Probably in the morning, 17:55. So you can see here that was around about this level, 17:55. So we'll say this level here is where I made the call, and then it kind of went up to 1821 up there, but before, and then it came right back down again. So you probably wouldn't have got out when you've seen it rising. You probably wouldn't have got out with a 3% rise. So it's when to time the markets and see where it's coming back down. So if it goes up and then maybe comes down to hit your kind of buying price, maybe that's the time to get out, and you can see a big long run down before it kind of shoots back up again. So just want to be open and transparent about that. So these are kind of high kind of prices. So it was 18.21, 1821. Change that, 3.76%. So have to be kind of wary of that as well. So again, it's just about being open and transparent about the calls. And I've got a new sheet for October as well that I'll give to the premium members as well. So I'll just keep track of all the calls that I make now, because a lot of people are asking, are your calls any good? So 100% hit in September, which is not bad for the type of market it was in as well. So that's for premium members. So I made about 62 calls. I think I've only made about 10 calls in October so far. And this is all on Binance as well. These are Binance tokens. And obviously we'll look at hidden gems as well. That's what we've been doing very sporadically though. Chardan, your Telegram link is not working. The Telegram link for the free group, Char, is not working because we're having a lot of kind of spammers, spam bots in there, just creating accounts and just coming into the free group. But the premium group is different as well. Obviously, if you want to join a premium group, you can get into that by gets $37 a month for the premium group. It's a brilliant group, but the free group for the moment, you have to be invited to the free group just now. So I'm going to put I'll put a link up for the free group as well, but we don't want all these spam bots coming in. The admins have been kind of working overtime just to get rid of all these spam bots, which are a nightmare. Mervyn Skidmore, don't want to rain on your Digitex parade, but what's stopping them just printing more tokens? As with no fees, it's only a revenue stream. That's a kind of matter of honesty. They're saying that the total supply is going to be 1 billion. The circulating supply is 700 million as well. Still in power, up 1.8%. Yes, power we called last week as call of the day. And I am now out of power as well. And kind of when it went back up, we can see here, I still think it's going to go up. So it's up to 2537 just now. I still think it's going to shoot up as well. So if you're still in that, that's brilliant. It wasn't really going anywhere. And I said, okay, I might get out the weekend. And I did get out to the weekend around about 2,500. So that was good that I got at that price, round about the buying price. But I still think it's going to go up. I still do think this is going to shoot up to 3,000, 3,300. So if you're in power, that's brilliant. I think we called it 2,513 or something. Going to TRX at 354, brilliant. That's brilliant. So that's a 20% jump or something. $421, 354, what's that, 70? Yeah, it's about 20% jump. That's excellent. That was Mike. Oh, that's good, Mike. Really good to see that, mate. Is it going to rise from here? Oh, obviously we don't know. But it looks as if it's doing something. It's kind of on the move just now. It might be good to take some profits from there, but it could still rise from here as well. Any other up and coming on Binance? CMT is still going up. Lend is starting to jump up, but that's had a big kind of rise from here as well. ARN had a big rise the other day. Come back down, so it's bouncing off the 25 EMA just now. ZRX had a big rise as well. PPT, we were talking about that the other day as well. Big jump up. It would be good to actually, I had this idea the other day. I don't know how the logistics of it, but I had this idea the other day as well, just to create a Binance fund, you know, an actual index of Binance tokens, to create an index and just put $1,000 in each. I wouldn't be able to do that. I've not got that enough money, but I think there's about 143 projects on Binance. But just putting as much as possible into each token, even if you've done $100 each, that would probably be $14,000 or something. And just as they spiked, they go up 100%, get out of them, and then go back into them once they come back down. So I had an idea. I don't know how that would work, the logistics of it, and getting the time to do that. But I thought it was quite a cool idea, and just getting people to invest in a fund, a Binance fund in particular. I'm still looking at Token Box for doing my own fund, but it's still not come out yet. So I'm still looking at Token Box for that as well. But they've moved on, I have to admit. TKY is having a run. Can you do a TA, please? TKY. So the key, TKY. Where is it? Where is TKY? It's only up 0.46% on the day. Yeah, we can't do it on that either. It's on KuCoin at the moment, so it's not showing on TradingView. So I can't do a proper TA on that. I can't really do TA properly on KuCoin, although they've got TradingView charts. That's not working with TradingView. Don't know why. TKY BTC. Nope, not coming up there. Sold this morning at 413. That's still a good price if you've sold at 413. We're talking about TRX here. What time is it? We're nearly finished. It's now. That's still good. It depends what price you got in it, obviously, Mervyn. Logos Coin is low market cap with total supply of 450. So just take a look at Logos Coin. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Down the booth. Logos, is it going to show? Logos Coin, there it is. So down 55% in a month, down 10% in a week, up 2% in the last hour. $8.71, market capitalization of 3.4 million. All-time high, $24. So 186% off where it was. And what is it? The blockchain technology, which creates a permanent and transparent report on transactions, has a huge potential for solving complex logistics problems. Blockchain is a secure digital transaction book managed by a network of computers, which provides a permanent record of information about the transactions of all users. World in your pocket. Let's go back. Truck drivers, shippers and logistics are those that could maximize the benefits of blockchain regardless of your role. Looks interesting, but the market capitalization is 3.5 million, so it's a low small cap. So it definitely is a small cap. 370, so not so bad. That's good. So that's a 10% rise. That's good. I'll take that any day, Mervyn. Junidao, I bought 500,000 TRX at 1.7 cents. Excellent. 500,000 or 50,000? 50,000, sorry. 50,000. Yeah, there's a booth. A total supply is 450,000. I thought you said the capitalization was 450,000. So circulating supply is 412,000. Don't know what the total supply is. So if that's 450,000, so that could do well as well. Logos Coin. So I'll keep an eye on that. One sec. I'll just put that under crypto news just now. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Hopefully you have a brilliant day. Hopefully you enjoyed this as well. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit the likes and kind of subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We've packed a lot in today as well. Gave you about 7 hidden crypto coins as well, with 5 initially, but have a look at how to do as well. Take a look at that as well as the other kind of hidden gems that I've given you today. But do your own research, look at them. But I think we've got good ones there for the long term if you want to check in on them. Obviously giving you news as well. And hopefully you have a brilliant trading day, whatever you're doing. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world